Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm testing out so many new products. This is hair care and makeup edition. So I have two new hairstyling products here to try. This I've used once and I really liked it so far. It's the new Kerastase Nutritive Nectar Thermique. It has plant-based proteins and niacinamide. It's supposed to be anti-frizz. It has heat protection, the works. And then I also have this new Olaplex Volumizing Blow Dry Mist. This I have not tried yet, but I'm really excited. I squeezed maybe a nickel size amount of this beautifying anti-frizz blow dry milk from Kerastase. And I'm just going to begin working that into the hair, starting at the bottom, working up the shaft. It smells amazing. And of course, I've been letting my hair air dry for as long as possible, so we are Poof City. It's not very thick and it doesn't feel sticky or tacky whatsoever. There's not really any residue left on my hand, so I automatically like how light it feels. And the smell. Oh, smells so good. Right now it looks like I have plenty of volume, but it's not the type we want. We want controlled volume, not frizz. So next I'm going in with this mist. It says you can spray it on damp hair, and then you can also spray it on dry hair later on if you're doing a refresh. I'm just gonna do a couple sprays. Ooh, this smells good as well. It smells like Olaplex. Duh. But it smells like all of the other Olaplex products. The back, I don't know what I'm doing. We'll just see what happens. And today I'm going to be blow drying my hair using my Zuvi Halo hair dryer. I think this is such a hidden gem in the beauty space. I could be wrong. I have seen some of my favorite big creators use it, and it is an Allure Magazine Best of Beauty Award winner. So if you've heard of it, let me know. I think it deserves even more attention and hype because the technology it uses is really revolutionary. I don't know of any other product like it. And I've partnered with Zuvi today to share it with you. It uses what they call light care technology along with high-speed airflow instead of relying on heat to dry hair, so it dramatically cuts down on the heat damage from styling. I also appreciate the sleek design. The white leather handle is really beautiful. This hairdryer is amazing for anybody with color-treated or damaged hair. As you all know, I've been lightening my hair for years now, so I am always open to trying anything that will help prevent damage and breakage. And I will tell you, the first time I tried this, it was so noticeable the difference. It is the most gentle yet efficient hairdryer I think I have ever tried. It comes with 3 different magnetic attachments. They're very easy to switch out. The one I'm going to use today and the one I've used most often is going to give you that smooth, sleek style. It comes with a gentle attachment for gentle airflow and a diffuser for wavy and curly styles. I cannot wait to try this one next. It has 4 different settings: care, fast, soft, and style. When you have it set to care is when the light will be the brightest, and that light is going to help dry your hair so you don't need as much heat. I always like to do a rough dry to get the majority of the moisture out, and for my rough dry, I will use the setting care. So now I'm gonna go back with my round brush and I'm going to use the style setting. My hair is now completely dry, so I can do my normal style, but this hair feels so much softer, silkier, so much healthier. And I don't feel paranoid that I'm over styling my hair. Because I heat style, I never like to style too much. I try to go as long as possible between washes, do all of the hair treatments, and now adding a healthy hair tool for the hair drying process makes such a huge difference. I absolutely love this. I do have a coupon code, so I will make sure all of the information you need is listed down below in the description box. I am now back with the finished style. The hair is complete for the day. It's bouncy, it's soft, it just feels so much better. You might not even realize just how long my hair is. My hair is extremely long. It goes all the way down my back, and I wouldn't be able to keep it this length if I wasn't doing regular treatments and taking care of it. We are now moving on to makeup. I scooted in a little bit closer and I'm gonna go ahead and do the double tuck and get this hair out of the way. I already did skincare, but I am gonna go ahead and add a little more eye cream. This is the Colleen Rothschild Illuminating Tinted Eye Cream. One of my all-time favorite skincare products. It is incredible and it's very popular. I'm not the only one who thinks so because it was sold out for a really long time. It is finally back in stock and I will show you why it is such an amazing eye cream. It has a very light peach tint to it, so it helps to color correct darkness under the eyes. It also helps to color correct on the eyelid as well. I love this for mornings. It also has hyaluronic acid and caffeine, and it's one of those skincare products that just makes such a huge difference. Even the first time you use it, you'll notice it'll be like, whoa. I know it was out of stock the first time I mentioned it. I'm hoping that it will still be back in stock by the time I get this video posted because it is really incredible. It gives the appearance that you are well rested, well hydrated, 8 hours of sleep, and 10 glasses of water in a bottle. I can't believe I've waited so long to try this, but next I am finally going to test this new No.1 de Chanel Red Camellia Skin Enhancer. This is the shade Soft Pink. I'm going to do one pump on the back of my hand. There are 3 shades. I purchased all 3, and they go on very sheer, so I think you can kind of use whichever one you like, depending on what you're hoping to achieve. The soft pink is going to add a little luminosity, a little brightness, illumination, and then I got the darker shades to add a hint of bronze. But even if you have deeper skin than me, you could use this to give yourself extra highlight. I really like the texture. It feels nice and thin, so you're not adding a ton of weight to the face before you even go in with makeup. And I like that it has skincare ingredients. It acts as a bit of a buffer between the skin and makeup. This cheek is just beaming right now because I have a light pointed directly at my face, so it looks pretty dramatic. I think this is a bit more subtle than the Le Beige Liquid Illuminator. Like, I wouldn't necessarily use this to tap on top of my cheeks as a highlighter replacement, but it's just a glowy base beneath makeup. And again, on a no makeup day, I think this would look really pretty. For foundation, I went straight to the top drawer and pulled this out. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. I love this. It's amazing for light makeup days, full coverage makeup days. It's incredibly versatile and portable, so it's very convenient. I wear the shade Y325. It's amazing. This has been one of my everyday foundations. This is from Real Techniques. I think it's the 200. All it says is 200, so it must be, ooh, nope. Expert Face Brush. I don't have much going on today, just working from home. So I'm planning to do more of a natural makeup look. The skin looks perfect over here. I don't know if it's the brush, the primer, the foundation. It's probably a combination of everything, but it looks so pretty. I also really like the finish of that stick foundation because it's somewhere in the middle. It really has a natural finish. It's the finish that I would desire most out of a foundation. I don't know what to call it. It's not really glowy or luminous, but it's not matte either. I'm a little bit distracted today because I'm in the middle of bidding wars on Facebook Marketplace. I've been finding so many hidden gems. It's my favorite new activity now to just scroll in the evenings and see what I can find. There are so many great things and you can find such great deals. At first I was having a ton of luck, but now I have people outbidding me. It's such a treasure trove. I don't really get hung up on things because I know something better will turn up or pop up the next day. I take it as it just wasn't meant to be. The few things that I have purchased so far were definitely meant to be. Next, for complexion, I have a new bronzer stick and a new concealer. This is from One Size Beauty. It's their Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I think this is still new. This is shade Fair 1N, very fair for neutral undertones. And then this is from Freck. It's their Face Hack Precision Sculpting Bronzer in the shade Medium Tan. I think I'm gonna go in with the bronzer first to warm up the skin, and then I'll go in and highlight. This Freck bronzing stick is so small. I like the shape of it because you can really sculpt and contour the face, and it is a sculpting bronzer, so it's meant to, you know, kind of carve out the cheek a little bit. But wow, this is teeny tiny. I imagine this wouldn't last you a really long time. I kind of like it. I'm attempting to blend this out with the Real Techniques 402 setting brush. Let's see how this works. Do I look sculpted? It blends out really nicely. But see, I'm more of a bronzer, not really a contourer. I'm not really mad at the size because I think it would fit so nicely into a travel bag. And I like how easily it blends, but I don't know if it really does much. I don't know if it's really wowing me. It blends really nicely on top of the foundation, and I think the brush is doing a great job. I suppose it's pretty natural. I don't know. I think what's throwing me is that I am a recovering over bronzer. I am so used to just piling on the bronzer and it ends up completely changing the color of my face. And I look back and I think, why did I use so much bronzer? So now that I'm starting to reel myself back, I like it, but I'm still not quite used to it. But I think this actually looks so much better and it blended really nicely with the foundation. So we're gonna stick with this. I haven't heard much about this One Size Beauty concealer. I know their setting powder has gone viral. I see it everywhere. I'm doing my best to fit as many new products into this video as I can. Ooh, the applicator is very unique. I'm just gonna do a little highlighting. As a brand, I feel like One Size Beauty is meant for a full face of makeup. So I'm expecting this to be incredibly full coverage. We are sticking with the setting brush for now. I'm just gonna tap that around. It looks very smooth, very creamy, definitely buttery texture. I love the brightness that it gives. And I would say this is medium to full coverage, probably closer to full. No darkness, no circles. See, now this is exactly what I expected it to be. It is full coverage, full glam, very perfecting. Doesn't seem to be creasing. And at this point, if it was going to crease, I think it would start. Sort of a self-setting concealer, which I really like. We are gonna go in with a little powder in a minute. I think it looks really pretty. I definitely like the color. I am so good at keeping secrets because let me tell you something. I have had this new Patrick Ta blush for a while now. He just launched 3 new shades and I got to test it early because I did a campaign with Sephora. This is shade She's Flushed and it is so beautiful. This is definitely my favorite shade of the Patrick Ta blushes. First, we're gonna go in with the powder and then we are going to top the powder off with a little cream. It's kind of backwards when you think about it. It's not overly dramatic. It just looks like you're a bit overheated or you're blushing. All 3 of the new shades are really pretty. And I only got to try this one, so I can't compare them all. But I will say, I think based on just looking at them, this one would be the most wearable for me. Next, we're adding a little cream on top of the powder, and the purpose is to give a little glow back to the skin so it doesn't have a powdery finish, which is kind of genius. So I wet my Sephora sponge. This is what I've been using. You can see it's kind of stained on the bottom. And it does add a lot of color as well, so I'm only picking up a teeny tiny bit. It's so pretty. It just takes it to the next level. And then with the blank side of the brush, I just go back and I blend everything. I swear this is the perfect everyday blush. I'm gonna set my face using the HD Skin Twist and Light in the shade Clear Light from Makeup Forever. Really like this powder now that I have the right shade. It's so pretty. And you guessed it, we are using the setting brush. This is gonna be my one brush for everything. I just gotta twist the bottom. I like that it's kind of mess free because you just swirl around in there and then tap off the excess. Things have been kind of quiet on the home front lately. I haven't had many updates to share with you. We did some gardening yesterday and it looks beautiful. We had to add some plants to the back garden area. We have palms along the back property line and there was a giant gap. I don't know why or how, but there was a little bit of a hole, so we closed in the hole by planting some more palms there to give us total privacy. We had pruned our hibiscus in the front a couple weeks ago and it finally sprouted a bud, and I'm so sad because I walked out one day to walk Jazzy and I spotted this beautiful pink flower. It's the first one we've seen because the plant was on the verge of death, I'm pretty sure, before we added some soil fertilizer and pruned it back a little bit. And so it was the first sign that it was actually coming back to life and starting to thrive. And I didn't take a picture. I just shrieked with Jazzy and I was like, ooh, yay. Came back from the walk, didn't take a picture of it. I wanted to because I wanted to send it to my mom. And then the following day I went out and it had already dropped. It had fallen on the floor and looked squished. So I'm a little sad I missed our one flower. But I can see that there are a couple other buds starting to grow, so I think we will have plenty of flowers in no time. Now I just need to figure out how to keep them on the bush. I will do my best to restrain myself, but this is the new Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Longwear Matte Bronzer. I don't know if matte is the shade, but it just says matte. And then this is the Too Faced Moon Crush Out of This World Highlighter. Just wanted to add a little more color. Well, the shade does work for me. I feel like I've spent a couple weeks at the beach. And in this weather, I could not imagine spending time at the beach. It has been so hot. Every day I look at my phone and there's a heat advisory. And I have no idea how the people who are visiting South Beach and visiting Miami are spending any time outside. When I start all of my gardening adventures, I will make sure I vlog my experience so I can share with you. Oh, that is so pretty. It's like a light champagne gold. If you have any tips, advice, blogs I should check out, let me know. It could be all of the lights that I have in this room, but I do think this highlighter is out of this world. The face is glistening. I like the texture. It kind of reminds me of the Becca highlighters. It has that look on the skin in that it's pretty blinding, but it's also not sparkle. And with Too Faced, I often think of sparkle, kind of in-your-face glitter, and that is not the case here. I quickly filled in my eyebrows, so complexion is done. We're moving on to eyes, and I have these brand new eyeshadow sticks from Rare Beauty. And I'm usually not a fan of eyeshadow sticks, but I've been playing around with these, and I actually really like them. And I think they work for the style of makeup I've been doing lately, which is lazy girl makeup. So this is the All of the Above Weightless Eyeshadow Stick. I have shade Contentment and Integrity. This one is a little bit bronze. This one is a little bit lighter, so I'm going to start with the darker shade. Normally I would use my finger. Kind of concentrating on the outer half of the under eye. Just want to see how this is going to smudge. So quick little smudgy smudge action. You could use your fingers. I'm just using this brush. This is a 307. I really like this shade. It's not too dark. For the rest of the eyelid, I am going to use my fingers and I'm going to tap because this is what's been working for me. And I'm just going to lightly tap that basically all over the eyelid. These are great for easy everyday looks. It's kind of the perfect one and done eyeshadow. I didn't even use my brush. I've just been tapping that out with my finger and I think it's perfect. There's really nothing else for me to do. And this right here is basically the eye look. There's not much to it. I love anything that's fast, easy, and foolproof. And they don't look really thick. They aren't too metallic, so it doesn't look really crinkly on my eyelids. That's one of the reasons why I don't typically wear a lot of stick cream eyeshadows, is that I feel like it adds like almost a thick texture to my lids. Whereas this doesn't. It adds a little color, but that's it. This is shade Integrity. I'm just gonna highlight the brow bone. A little bit on the inner corner of the eye as well. And that's it. We're almost done. Lashes and lips are last. I did throw on a little eyeliner and now I'm going in with this new Huda Beauty One Coat Mascara. This is so intense. I honestly feel like I shouldn't even be allowed to use it because my lashes are just not there yet. They're still very short. I've been using my Olaplex Lash Serum in the evenings. It's called the Lash Bond. I did skip a couple nights, so I haven't been consistent. I need to get back into the routine. I'm gonna force myself to start using it every single night again. I do think my lashes are looking a little bit better, but they're still very short, and this is such an intense mascara. It helps if you have lashes for it to hold on to. Right now, I just have little nubbies. I wouldn't even want to do more than one coat. I think one coat is plenty. And they look long, they look voluminous. I think once my lashes are at peak length again, this is gonna be one of my favorite mascaras. The wand is really great. The formula is really nice. I'm a fan. I didn't even dip the wand back in the bottle and I was able to do both eyes. On the lips, I'm using this new YSL lipstick. It's the Rouge Per Couture The Bold collection. Intense color, ultimate comfort, in the shade 12, New Incongru. They smell really good. It almost smells like honey. I love this color. It's kind of a pretty rose. They feel amazing. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do, but it's really pretty. Ooh, I love this color. It's the color. I love the formula, but the color I think is really pretty. This is the finished makeup look. I did a final glance in the big vanity mirror so I could see the full picture, and I did a couple little touch-ups. I added a little bit of that Too Faced bronzer in the crease, just a teeny tiny bit. I didn't change anything else on the eyes. I would probably go back and maybe add a brighter highlight in the inner corner if I was going out somewhere. I'm not doing anything, I'm just working from home today, so I'm not gonna do that. I also added a little lip liner. I used Divine Rose from Pat McGrath Labs. And that's about it. I powdered my face a little bit more just so I could have everything perfect. And I love this look. I think everything came together beautifully. I love that the lip is kind of the center point. It's kind of the focus, because we have a very perfected full glam complexion. I don't think I have a single bad thing to say about any of the products I tried today, which I am so grateful for. Everything came together and looks really nice, because I do have other videos that I want to create and other things to do, maybe some errands to run. So I'm glad this makeup worked out beautifully, because yeah, I'm happy with this. No complaints. I showed you hair, I showed you makeup. We might as well get dressed together and I can share my perfume as well. Okay, so you'll have to pardon me for a while I get used to my new setup. I did get a giant rug in here, which is nice because it cuts down on the echo, but I moved the camera so now you can see my fragrance wall, and I chose my fragrance for the day, and then I did throw on this really cute white linen dress. I'm trying to figure out how I can show you a full outfit. I don't know if I have the right equipment for that just yet, but I will show you the dress. I'm going to take this off immediately as soon as I'm done filming, to be honest, because I don't want to mess it up. It is white, but I love it so much. I just picked it up from Sabo Skirt, and I think this is so beautiful for summertime. I'm gonna save this dress for a weekend trip we have planned. We're gonna be heading down to the Keys, but it's a high neck. It has a nice slit on the side, a couple cutouts in the tummy, and then it does have a little strap in the back, which I cannot do by myself, so I was struggling to do the strap, and then it ties at the neck, which I think is really elegant, and the material is beautiful. It fits amazing. I just tried it on for the first time today, and I was looking in my full-length mirror, and I love how statuesque it looks. And I started to convince myself that I maybe needed a second one. Like I needed a backup just in case I accidentally messed this up, because I was nervous about the high neck because of the bronzer and all of the makeup. I didn't want to ruin it. And it is truly just a beautiful dress. I cannot wait until I can finally fasten the little strap, but the back is really beautiful. My fragrance for the day is Giorgio Armani My Way Le Parfum. This has been the interpretation I've been grabbing lately. I really love that they reintroduced the cedar. To me, this is a little bit better than the original and the intense. I like that it's bold, but it still has a soft sensuality to it. So pretty. This is an easy grab for me. I've been loving this fragrance. I'm gonna do my best to back up so you can see more of the dress. I'm gonna lean in nice and close so you can see the complete makeup look. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching and for getting ready with me. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.